Hey everybody, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. I have a different type of video that I'm going to be doing today. It's more of a hot take. And I don't normally do hot takes because it just gets really spicy. And I don't like delving into anything that's too spicy. I think everybody is entitled to their opinions, and what one person does with their hobby is completely up to them. So this is my own personal hot take that is for me. If you agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, that's okay too. So my hot take, and I was thinking about this for the last really few weeks, was about the Jinhao 10. Yes, I know this is the pen that's going viral at the moment, and people are split on whether or not is this actually a good pen and whatnot. But my hot take on it is that I prefer using my Jinhao 10 over my special edition or limited edition Pilot Vanishing Point. So much so that I ended up selling that pen. That was sold in like 30 seconds from posting. But anyway, that is my hot take, is that there are some pens that I prefer the cheaper version or the dupe version over the special edition, limited edition, really expensive version. Not to say that the Jinhao 10 doesn't come with its issues or problems, but there was something about my Pilot Vanishing Point limited edition. It was the Taiwan 30th anniversary that I bought from Muse Pens. It was the matte forest green, beautiful pen that I went out of my way to purchase from Muse Pens, who I think I said they're from Taiwan, but I think they're actually based in Hong Kong. And it was such a beautiful pen, cost way more than your usual Vanishing Point. And then when it arrived, it had a scratch on it, so I had to send it back. And then when it came back, it was great, but it felt like the whole experience of the pen was tainted. So that, for me, affected my overall feelings for the pen. But also, I ended up not reaching for the pen, not using the pen. And I think part of that was also because this is a pen that I've spent so much money on. The last thing I want is for this pen to get wrecked, or for me to lose the pen, or anything like that. So yeah, it was one of those things where I'm like, why do I have this pen in my collection if I'm not using it? So after, I guess, how long have I had the pen? Maybe over a year that I'd had the pen. And then I decided I like the functionality of it. Let's keep trying to use it. And I just wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't reaching for it. I was having a hard time choosing inks for it even. And then I ended up buying a Majon A1. Really loved the experience of that. Loved the fact that I could just throw it in my bag and not worry about it. And I found I was reaching for that more than the Pilot Vanishing Point. It was as if the price point and the fact that it was a dupe removed that barrier for me of being able to use a pen. I felt like this limited edition pen was more of a collector's item rather than something that I could actually use. So that made it difficult for me to be able to actually use it on a day-to-day basis. And I don't know if it's just me, but I found that I am more of a user than a collector. And I know that there's some people who love collecting the special editions and having them in their collection and are happy to not use them and just have them there. Whereas for me, when it comes to my fountain pens, I want to be able to use them. I want them to be out and about and living up to their purpose, essentially. So I think my hot take is that sometimes I would prefer to have the dupe or the less expensive version of a pen versus something that is hundreds and hundreds of dollars more. Not to say that the less expensive version doesn't come with any issues. For me, it's the fact that those less expensive versions make it easier for me to use the pen, which for me is the whole purpose of the fountain pen, is for me to be able to use it. And with the Pilot Vanishing Point limited edition, I was having such a hard time just using the pen. I would try to put it in my rotation, try to find an ink to go with it, and there was always something blocking me from that. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it was I don't know. I honestly don't know what it was. But then now I have the Jinhao 10s. I have the Blue Gradient. I have the Caramel Gradient. I also have another two on the way. And I know that there are opposing viewpoints on dupes as well, because Jinhao and Mahjong are known for being inspired by the designs of bigger pen brands. And I know not everybody agrees with that. For me, it's about making certain pens that wouldn't necessarily be accessible for other people, accessible at a certain price point. And with these, and I think Lori Tata explained this in one of her videos as well, is that these are not knockoffs. These are not, basically, they don't have the Pilot branding on them and saying that they're Pilot. These are Jinhao. So they're dupes rather than complete knockoffs. But anyway, besides the point, I prefer using these, and I reach for these more because there isn't that high price tag associated with them. And because there isn't a high price tag associated with them, they don't feel as precious. So I don't know if anybody else agrees with me. I know I have some pens in my collection that are definitely in the higher price point. Like, for example, my Pelikan M1000. I love that pen, and I try to use it. And I feel like I'm more open to using that than I was with my Pilot Vanishing Point limited edition. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it's a brown pen. I don't know. But I feel precious about that one too, but I still reach for that one. So maybe it's not necessarily just about the price point. Maybe it's just about the pen itself. But I'm just chatting here, letting the ideas flow from my head. And I really just wanted to get this on video because I think there are a lot of people who disparage the less expensive dupes and say, if you're going to spend the money on something that is more expensive. But the payoff isn't always a direct correlation to the quality of the pen. So just because a pen is worth over $300 doesn't necessarily mean the experience is always going to be better at that $300 price point versus a $30 price point. Again, bringing up the fact that the Jinhao 10s are not perfect. They do have a little bit of an evaporation issue or a sealing issue. I've tried Vanessa Langton's hack for putting silicone grease around the door of the Jinhao, and it seems to be working. But anyway, I guess at the end of the day, what I want to basically say is that my hot take is that the more expensive pen isn't always going to be the better writing experience. There's other examples of this too. For example, Visconti. I don't own a Visconti. Oh, sorry, microphone. I don't own a Visconti, but I do know of a few people in Simona's Discord, for example, who own Viscontis, and their feedback is Viscontis, while very expensive, the nib doesn't match the price point. There's always going to be a nib issue with a Visconti. Just trying to think here. I don't own a Visconti, so I don't actually know. There's some people who think is a Mont Blanc worth it. To some people it is, and other people it isn't. So when it comes to my viewpoint on price point and whether something is going to be a better experience for you based on price point, the dollar amount of something is not always going to match whether the experience is going to be better for you or not. Somebody may love their Mont Blancs and their Viscontis, while others prefer a less expensive pen, and that's okay. This is what I love about the fountain pen community, is that there's so many different pens for so many different price points and so many different experiences, as well as different preferences. And that just because a pen is in a certain price point doesn't necessarily mean that's all something we have to aspire to. I don't think I see myself aspiring to maybe, you know, a titanium nib. I've never tried one, but it's not something that is in my goal of my fountain pen collection. I think I've learned over the short time that I've been in the fountain pen collection that I know what I like, and I've tried enough in this time that I appreciate what I have, and I don't need to necessarily branch out of that price point in order to get a different or better experience. For example, I'm bringing up the Jinhao 10s again. I love these. I love these, and I love the way they look. I love how functional they are. And now with the hack of the silicone grease in this area, they're an inexpensive pen that I love using on a day-to-day basis. But then I also love my pens like the Pelikan M800 and the M1000. So suffice to say, the whole point of this video is to say that the hot take is that there are some pens that I prefer at the lower price point than I do at the higher price point, and that's okay. A limited edition doesn't necessarily make it a better pen, doesn't necessarily make it a better writing experience. So I've just been chatting away here trying to get my thoughts out. And what I really wanted to say was that I ended up selling my Pilot Vanishing Point limited edition in the forest green. That sold in about 30 seconds from the time that I posted it on my Instagram stories. Somebody messaged me within about 30 seconds, and I thought that was amazing. And now it's in someone's collection, and they're appreciating it more than I ever would have. So I sold that one, not because there was anything wrong with the pen, but because it didn't fit in my collection. It wasn't something that I was reaching for. Whereas now, I used to be of the mindset of, just because, why would I spend money or more money on less expensive pens when I could save up that money for a more expensive pen? But a more expensive pen doesn't always equal better quality. Case in point, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you agree with me, great. If you have examples of what works for you, great. If not, that's okay too. And I love sparking a discussion. Keyword here being discussion, not somebody trying to push their opinions, but just a friendly discussion down in the comments below. All right, that is it for me. I just wanted to come on here and just talk about pens. All right, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this type of video, please let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day.